got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw it if he fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, I ain't. And she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go tap off a bridge. My black boys, I got boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? What you mean?
You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy dare try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Look, you're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy dare try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Wanna come round?
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Tyrod Taylor's Bills.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Here is the former Bill, Marshawn Lynch, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Carr finding Patterson there for a Raider first. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now Lynch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently, but whatever they said appears to have worked. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the 2nd level, the linebackers, or the 3rd level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the... And he'll get in! Touchdown, Buffalo! LaShawn McCoy, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Ten yards still left on second down. They run. Lynch. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. On first down, Carr fights free at the touchdown, Raiders. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. From the gun, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he fires one incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. being chased out left. They find some open field here. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down.
Let's get into the weeds here a little bit, partner. The Raiders last year, road games only, committed the most penalties in NFL history for the most penalty yardage in NFL history.
Yeah, hard to believe in something they have to shore up when they're playing away from home. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 3rd down, Taylor. And this is caught by Watkins. 20! That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll go again to McCoy. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Here we go.
Here's Taylor on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. This is Lynch. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. You want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And that'll be incomplete. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Bills Bills have recovered.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Taylor, he'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried to...
Cordero Patterson, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Cordero Patterson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The intended receiver was Corey Brown. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing again. Taylor. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now Taylor to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. Cordero Patterson, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 76 yards, and the Raiders add on to their lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a 1st down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here come the Bills. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Let's go!
In motion, the tight end, Clay. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It's tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
In motion, the tight end Clay. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now Carr, flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Following the penalty, Lynch fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And this is incomplete. That one intended for Anquan Bolden. And it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Carr now to throw. They set up the screen to Lynch. Lynch busts, and he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Flushed out right. Room here to run. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Now they'll throw with Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now running right through it. Oh, now he bolts. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was this successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well. else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Carr to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. To throw on third down. Carr being chased out left. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Now Lynch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Lynch busting free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the silver and black continue to roll. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try the sneak with Taylor. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bills cut into that lead. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
7 yards to go on second down. On second down, Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Carr. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go! What? Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Travis Carey. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost that they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception in this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Carr going to look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Clive Walford, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And just not a big enough hole to break this one. He gets it to the 35 after showcasing that tough running of his. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Here we go.
Taylor now to throw on third down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll sneak it with Taylor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Now that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches, but when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field.